your host, Robert.
And Bryan.
Bro. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Fire. Yo, welcome to the Unknown Cavern podcast. This is episode 3, Halloween edition. I'm your host, Bryan.
And I'm Robert.
And today we have a special guest, and his name is Sequoia. Say hello, Sequoia.
Oh, what's up, guys?
All right, before we start the podcast, I want to say happy birthday to our friend Noah.
Happy birthday, bitch. Just turned 21. Sequoia, where are you from?
From Grass Valley, California.
Grass Valley, California. Okay, what's it like there?
Well, I mean, you're from here, so you know.
Yeah, but the people that watch don't know.
Oh, okay. So, well, I don't know. It's pretty nice. It's a small little town. It's a lot of woods, cool people, I guess. A lot of old retired people, so it's all right.
Okay. How old are you, Sequoia?
I'm 21.
How many kids do you have?
I have one kid, and it is a little baby girl.
What's her name?
Her name is Aurora.
Okay.
What'd you get her for Halloween?
Exactly. Yep.
So we got her a little butterfly outfit, and it's freaking adorable.
Oh.
But when my girlfriend got it for her, she didn't realize that it was going to be like 10 sizes too big. So I mean, it's still really cute, but you know, she walks on the legs a little bit, trips over it a little bit. Pretty cute little outfit. I enjoy it. She looks adorable in it.
Yo, that's fire.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
What are you going to be for Halloween, bro?
I you know what? I don't know. I think I'm just going to go as a dad. Like, you know.
Oh, wow.
No, I don't know yet. We haven't really figured it out. We wanted to do like a family thing, but I don't want to dress up as a flower for Halloween and my daughter be a butterfly. That was the idea. That was my girlfriend's idea. So she wanted my.
Why don't you be the caterpillar?
Oh, dude, I could be a caterpillar because I got, you know, I'm a pretty fat guy, so it look awesome. That's actually a pretty sweet idea, dude. Or should I go as a cocoon? No, we should dress my daughter up as a cocoon, dude. And we should go as more.
Jeanette will be the butterfly, you'll be the caterpillar, and she'll be the cocoon.
Dude, that's an awesome idea. Why didn't we think of that?
Because you didn't have me around.
I know, shit. You had to go and move all the way over there, dude.
That's a good point.
Pretty far.
Yeah, you like it over there, though? It's nice, huh?
It's a good hour or two away from you.
Yeah, a good hour. Two.
You can go on a bike.
Yeah,
dude. I could just use my fucking Lambo Feeties to get over there, huh?
Yeah, you got several legs for a reason.
Might need to stop at a couple gas stations on the way, you know, refill.
Yeah.
A little weed. But,
just
you know.
Some marijuana and a Bang energy drink.
Smoke a fat joint and then drink fucking 6 of those things. Be ready to go. That's my fuel. Yeah, Robert, I'll just fucking hop, skip, and stroll over to your place, alright?
Do it, bro.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? Why don't you just snap your fingers and teleport over here?
Dude, if that's how life works, fuck, we'd all be fat.
Just tap your heels, bro.
Oh, yeah, you just gotta play it like be a Dorothy and just click my heel 3 times, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, boys. Let's get started into the spooky stuff. Bryan, cue the music.
Alright,
so
it's cute.
Sequoia. What's the scariest?
Wait. Hold on.
Oh.
Restart. So am I supposed to say, like, yeah? Like, should I respond to you saying my name every time you say it?
No, I'm just talking.
Or should I just wait for... No, okay, so then I shouldn't give you a response. Okay, so I got you. All right. When you say my name from now on, though, I just hope you know you're going to get a solid yes. All right? Because I don't like that pause before, after my name. It's really awkward to me.
All right.
All right, anyway. Bryan, cue the music again. So, Sequoia.
Yeah, what's up? What is so funny? All right, okay, you know what? Never mind. That's a little more awkward. Maybe I should just stay quiet.
Anyway. So, Sequoia.
Alright, I'm hyperventilating,
Okay.
dude. Fucking chill.
Anyway, Sequoia. Bryan, cue the music again.
I got you.
Oh, music
Music
cue.
cue.
Sequoia, what's the most scariest, terrifying thing you've ever seen or heard?
Okay, there's a couple, but what comes to mind first is when my dad, okay, so it was a Halloween, right? And I was like 5 years old, maybe 6. And my dad took us out trick-or-treating. We're walking through his graveyard. And he didn't tell me that my uncle dressed up as a big-ass gorilla. And at the time, I was really scared of gorillas for some reason. I have no idea why. So he was dressed up as a gorilla, and we were walking through the graveyard. We just got done trick-or-treating, and it was like super late. Like really dark out. And I think there was actually a full moon on Halloween that night because it was like super bright out and you could see pretty well. But I was like walking and my uncle was hidden behind a gravestone, like a really big ass gravestone, and he fucking jumps out and scares the dog shit out of me. I scream and fall on the ground and curl into a little ball and like start crying. Like, and there's nothing I could do. It's the scariest shit ever. I think I might have actually almost pissed my pants for the first time in my life, like from being so scared, you know?
Well, guys, if that didn't scare you, whoever's watching, be on the lookout for some gorillas, everybody.
Yeah, dude. And I hated my uncle after that too, by the way. Like, I literally could not spend time with him alone. You know, from that point on, as a little kid, I always saw my uncle as a gorilla, and he scared the fuck out of me. He terrified me.
As Harambe?
What the fuck is that?
You don't know what Harambe is?
Harambe?
No, what the fuck is that?
Oh my gosh. Harambe's the gorilla back in 2018 or 17, I don't remember.
Oh, yeah. That fucking beat the shit out of that kid that fell in the line.
Don't diss our
Is that
boy
the one?
like that. What you mean? Beat him up?
So the scariest thing that Sequoia's actually ever like seen or heard is Uncle dressing up as Harambe.
Yeah, pretty much. Harambe. You know what? He could have treated me like Harambe because he was a tall motherfucker, dude. And I tell you what, that gorilla suit looked real as shit at 5.5, 6 years old, okay? Just talking about it now even kind of made the hairs on my arms raise a little.
Well, I even asked Sequoia before this, like, do you got some scary true stories that have happened to you for the podcast? And he's like, yeah, dude, yeah. And he gets on and he tells a story about his uncle dressed as a gorilla.
What does that just sound ridiculous, or is it kind of? I mean, you know what I mean? Is that not?
You were expecting
People
like a
are
ghost
scared of
story.
fucking smaller things like spiders. Oh, what, you want to hear a ghost story?
Yeah. This is about gorillas.
Yeah, there was a ghost gorilla Harambe, dude. Scared the shit out of me too.
I was probably just your uncle dressed up again, bro.
Yeah, the fucking ghost took its head off and it was my uncle, you know. It was a year after my uncle died.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding, dude. The uncle that scared me is still alive.
I hope you guys enjoyed that scary story. Boo.
Hey, you know what? It's a true story.
Try to sleep at night tonight. You can't. You won't be able to.
You're gonna feel something clawing at the bottom of your bed, and it's like you're gonna hear sound, and it's like go.
It's gonna be Sequoia's uncle.
Yeah, you better watch out for that guy. You know, he's been to prison, all right? You better watch the fuck out.
A ghost story. Let's hear a ghost story. Do you have any ghost stories?
I lived in a haunted house as a kid.
All right, let's hear about that.
Stories my mom and dad used to tell me about a house we lived in. And the story behind the house was, it was like this old house. There's no power where it was located. It was like way up in the woods. And half of it was made of stone wall. And there was a basement down below. But when we moved in, so okay, the front door, before I even get into the basement, the front door was an old prison iron door. It was like a straight iron ass door. And it had a big old lock on it and shit. Like, it was crazy looking. It looked like an old prison door that they used as like a don't go in this building door. For some reason, my parents thought it was a great idea to go and buy the place and move into it when I was a little kid. So we move in there, and like they had all the pictures of us and shit up on the walls, and like movies and stuff in certain places. And they'd say like throughout the night you'd wake up and something would just be really out of place, like you don't remember it ever being there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like random shit like that would happen until my dad found the entrance to the basement down there. You know, it was like boarded up and carpeted over. And so he like for some reason decided to pull the carpet out of the house that day or something because it's super old or something, and found the basement door. And he like unboarded it and went down there, and that's when all the crazy shit started happening, and we ended up moving out. But that's about the craziest true ghost story I got for you.
All right, Brian, what about you, bro?
All right, what do you want to hear?
The best ghost
An
skit.
outside ghost scary story, an inside one, a night one, a day one.
A night one. Let's hear a night one.
A dream, not a dream.
Want to hear a dream? All right, here we go. It was late at night. I was sleeping. So my door, when you open it, it only opens if you twist the knob to the right. It doesn't open if you twist it to the left. But when you twist it to the right and you let go, it makes like this snap, like super loud snap that like you can hear it super clear. And so I was sleeping and I heard the snap. So that's how I woke up. And then when I looked at the door, it was like opened by itself, and I thought it was my brother or like someone in my house. You know how when you're sleeping and you wake up, you can see like at night kind of?
Yeah. Your eyes are like more adjusted to the darkness, you know, because you've been sleeping, your eyes been closed.
Yeah, so like I woke up and I saw the door opened and there was like no one standing outside my room. So I'm like, is anyone there? And I was calling my brother's name because I thought it was him, but there was no one there. And then the door closed super fast. It like slammed super loud.
That's freaky. That's like some Annabelle type shit, you know, that freaky doll movie or whatever.
Okay, so I was scared because I was laying there for like an hour. Yeah, it was like an hour. I was just laying there, just, you know how when you're scared and it's night and you just lay there, you can't move or you don't want to move?
Yeah, like sleep paralysis. That's what that's called.
Well, I mean, no, it wasn't that. It's more like
You were just scared shitless?
pretty much. I was just laying there, not moving to see if I could hear something.
Yeah, like you're too scared to move, or like you're like not even moving your head, but your eyeballs like pinned to the corner of your eye sockets, just looking to see if you could see anything over there.
Exactly, dude.
You don't want to breathe or move because you're too scared you're gonna make a noise and something's just gonna fucking launch at you.
I've felt like that so many times.
Yeah, so have I. That's like I think that's a feeling everybody at some point in their life has had.
Yeah. I've laid there once, like under the blanket, and like not wanted to move or breathe barely. Like I was slowing my breathing down.
Or peek.
Or peek, yeah. Or you just, like you're turned and you're facing the wall, and you feel like something's behind you watching you or moving around, but you don't want to move,
Yeah.
but you're also so uncomfortable.
Yep.
Okay, you know it.
You get like an itch or something on your nose, and it's like the worst itch you've ever had in your life, but you can't itch it because you don't want to move.
Bro, I've done that, and like I've told myself, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna turn over, and if I die, I die, okay. Like, I need my sleep more. You know, sleep's more important than dying, bro.
Okay, and then there's this other time, okay? I was sleeping and I woke up. I wake up like 3-4 times a night for some reason.
Yeah, I kind of do the same
Me
thing,
too.
but generally it's just because I got to take a fucking piss, like, or sometimes because I have a really messed up gut, so like sometimes I just got to take a shit in the middle of the night, you know.
Okay, so I woke up, right? And I was laying there trying to fall asleep again, and then someone pulled the covers, like my blankets, off of me, and it fell on the floor.
What?
Yeah, dude. Okay, so I was laying there, right? I woke up, and I was grabbing I like turned around. I turned around.
Hold on.
Okay.
Do you still live in this house? Like
Yeah,
this house
I'm in that room right now.
Brian!
Fuck that, dude. I would have moved out. I would have sat there and begged my parents for 2 years straight, probably, dude. Just get me the fuck out of this house, please.
Okay, so I was like that, right? And then someone pulled my blankets off of me, and it fell on the ground. But I was like half like asleep, so I just reached, grabbed my blanket, covered myself, and then went back to sleep. And then I got so scared when I woke up because I remembered what happened.
You're just like, alright, I'm asleep.
Yeah, because you know how like when someone wakes you up out of nowhere, you're like confused where you are, like what universe you're at. So yeah, that was me. No, I have more, bro.
Oh, really? All right, let's hear it.
Okay. Back in the day, my dad used to rent movies, and we used to watch them at night. But he always used to go. He would always fall asleep before the movie ended. So you know how like when the movie ends, it shows the credits and the music, but then like the music stops and it's just the credits.
Yeah, right.
Alright, so like when that happened, I would just be like sitting there on the floor and then my dad would be sleeping and then I could hear like freaking footsteps coming up from my basement stairs and then the door would open. I would hear the door open, close, and I would hear like walking on the kitchen and then like when it was getting close to the living room, it would just stop.
What the? That's fucking creepy, dude. You need to move out of this house.
Oh, bro, I got some scary stories too. Okay, so Sequoia's probably heard this one. I probably told him this one. So when I was really young, before I was even in school or anything, I remember my childhood clear as day. Like my mom and my dad and my sister, they all asked me like, "How'd you know that? How'd you remember that?" Like I have good memory. When I was like, I'm guessing I was like 5 or 4 before I started going to kindergarten and stuff because I was never in preschool or anything like that. So this place where I used to live called Pike. It's in California. It's in the mountains. Sequoia, do you know where Jimmy lives?
Yeah.
So I used to live on the same road as him, just up further. And do you know who like Shelly is and her daughter is Shauna?
Yeah. Shelly and Shauna, yeah.
So I used to live in the house that they live in. I remember like sitting there with my dog. His name was Pooch, and he started barking at the back door. The back door was like a glass window, one of those like plastic glass windows, kind of, but you see clear out of it. I like remember I was just tall enough to see over it a little bit, barely any of it, but I was able to see out it. Barking at the back door, so I went and looked out the back door because I thought my dad like drove up and drove his Harley into the back or something and parked it back there, but I'm guessing I would have heard it. But anyway, I went and looked. I hear something coming from the woods to the right of the house, and I see this girl coming out of the woods in like an 1800s like gown dress, and it was a little girl. Bro, she goes up to our swing set, starts swinging on the swing, and laughing, looking like she's having fun. My mom comes over, lets the dog out, and just asks me what I'm doing. And I don't remember what I said. I probably didn't say anything. And she shut the door, and I kept looking out the window, and she walked away. And my dog ran up to the girl and was barking at the girl. And she got out the swing set and like skipped back into the woods. And my dog just stopped barking, turned around, and walked slowly back to the house like nothing happened.
Bro, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, okay, so this totally reminded me of a story when I was younger, and a similar situation kind of happened to me. And I lived up off of Cruzon, like you know where Saddleback is, right, Robert? So we had a property that was like way out in the woods there too. Like I think it was super late, and we ran off generator out there too. But we had a big diesel generator, so it always made a lot of noise. But one night we ran out of diesel and it died. Like I don't know what it was. I think I woke up because I had to go pee or something. We didn't have like a running working bathroom and the power wasn't on, right? So I had to go outside. I was standing outside like peeing off of our back porch or something, and I start hearing kids laughing, like a whole group of them, you know. Like it sounds like it's coming from the opposite side of the house. So like I was like, maybe I'm just super tired and I'm like thinking of something in my sleep. And I was probably like 10 or 11 years old at the time, you know. I was already really creeped out by the dark, but only because, like, not because of that kind of stuff, but because, like, animals and shit out in the woods like that. So I walked through the house, right, after I heard that, and I walked through the house. I go through the back door, go all the way through where my brother's bedroom was, my bedroom was, and then, like, further down was just a big living room area, and then you go straight, and you just keep walking straight, and it goes out your front door. So I walked out my front door, and we had these old stairs, and it was, like, probably springtime, so it had just rained, and a lot of mud tracked onto those stairs. So like I stepped out and my socks got super muddy, and so like I took my socks off and just walked out into the mud because I was super curious of what that was, you know. I look over, I thought I heard it again, and it sounded a little more faint and further away, and our driveway wrapped, like it was like a big hill for a driveway, and it kind of like wrapped around towards our house, and so like there's a big kind of like U-shaped area right there. and it sounded like it was coming from the bottom of the driveway. So I go over to this tree where this old truck we had parked, and it was like right next to this truck and this tree, and I'm standing there, and I look down, and I swear to God, I seen a whole group of kids just sitting down there laughing. I had no idea what time it was at night or anything, but it was so quiet out in the woods, and that's all you could hear. And like it was just freaky, man. Like I don't know, I didn't really like. I was super tired, so I was like, you know, like the whole time I thought I was just kind of sleepwalking because it runs in my family. Like my little brother sleepwalks and shit, and I thought I was just having like a really lucid dream or something, you know. So I wasn't like scared of it or anything, but it was just like really weird, and I always thought it was like a dream or like a really lucid dream or something. And tell my dad the next day because I was telling him about it, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I was awake, and I saw you walk out the front door to go to the bathroom or whatever." And then he's like, "I watched you walk down to the end of the road, stop there, and like just sit there and stare at the children or whatever you say you heard, you know." And like, he's like, "Yeah, I watched you." He's like, "I thought you were doing the sleepwalking thing too, or whatever." And I was like, "No, I totally remember all of that," you know.
Whoa.
It was like weird. It was just like that story, like that you were just telling me, like totally reminded me of that. It wasn't like scary or nothing, but it was definitely weird because like clear as day, there's 3 children down there just laughing and talking and stuff, you know. Dude. And they totally did look like they were dressed in like older clothing too, you know. But they were pretty far. It was pretty far away, so I could barely make it out.
That's crazy. The same house I was telling you about that I was living in, I remember being a little kid, I used to have such bad nightmares. I remember I was sleeping. I remember a witch grabbed me and pulled me under my sister's bed. And I like got up and tried running to my parents' room, and the witch like got up, chased me, grabbed me, and continued pulling me under the bed. And then I woke up and I was like sweating really bad. My mom woke me up and she like felt my head and I was like sweating really bad, and like she put me in bed, and I woke up in the morning and was like telling her about the witch and stuff. And my mom used to get bad vibes in that house. My sister said she used to also.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, there's supposedly a guy that lives there with there's supposedly like a dead guy that lives there that's like tall and stuff. Like, I don't know.
Like really tall? Like how tall?
Like really tall, like probably like 6'6" or 6'7" or something. Like, you know, like.
Dude, okay. So you remember the red house that your uncle used to live in? And across the street from the gas station?
Yeah.
Right, so, okay, one night, I was laying, so Erin, you remember Erin? Okay, so she was living there, and I was sleeping on her couch that was in that, like, midsection, living room kind of area. And I was, like, laying on the couch, and it was on the farthest wall, away from, like, next to the windows, away from that door that's right there. And so I was, like, laying on that couch, dude, and that door was cracked, and her nephew, which was actually her adopted kid, but he was sleeping in that room at the time, and the door was like cracked open, right? And for some reason I was just got like a really bad vibe as I was laying there. Like I was actually kind of like half asleep, you know, but you could still hear everything going on around you. And so like I got this really bad vibe, and I just kind of like woke up and sat up, and like I was like frozen still because like the behind the door, just waving back and forth behind the door, was this really tall figure, like super tall. Like his face was like coming, like it was like halfway or like above, so you can only see like the mouth and like bottom part of his nose, because his eyes were like where his eyes would be was like above the door frame. And it kept like waving back and forth, like peeking back out at me, right? And dude, I swear to God, it had like an orange face, like Donald Trump orange face, you know. And so it totally like kept peeking back out, and I was like frozen still. But it was wearing like this really long black looking suit, like a business suit, you know, like something you'd see at a funeral, with like the white shirt and like a black tie behind it. And he was wearing like those old bowler hat things, like those rounded top bowler hats.
Dude, I'm getting goosebumps. This is the same as the tall guy I was seeing at that old house.
Dude, it scared the living shit out of me, dude. I was frozen still, like just sitting on the couch, just like it's literally giving me goosebumps too, like talking about it, like making the hairs on the back of my neck stand up.
Bro.
Dude, it's making the same thing to me. Like I have my goosebumps and I don't even know.
No, wait, bro.
It was scary as crap, dude. Because like, okay, so right, like I wasn't even done. Like it started moving right? And I'm just sitting there frozen still on the couch, freaking out on the inside, like want to scream so bad, you know? And I think I was like 13 at this time, so like 13, 14 probably. And I was like, I wanted to scream like a little girl and like cry, you know? Because I thought it was coming towards me because it was like slowly peeking more out the door. And this kept going for like 5-10 minutes straight, dude. And then all of a sudden the door just starts creaking back closed, and then it stopped. Like the door like was like barely cracked open anymore at a point. Like wind blew it closed or something, you know, really slowly, and it was like creaking because it's an old house. Like you know the house, Robert. It's like super old. And the door was like creaking closed, and it like slowly like cracked, like just barely cracked open, dude. And I just like, I was sitting there scared shitless still. Probably for 2 hours, I didn't move from that position. Just watched that door the whole time. Could not sleep, you know, I was so scared. And I wasn't the only one in the house. I totally could have gone and like woken someone up, like my aunt or something, you know, or my mom who was there at the time too. But I didn't. I just didn't want to move. Like I was so
afraid if you turned your back on it, it'd come out and get you.
Yeah, dude. Like it scares me. Like I'm like sitting in a corner right now in the kitchen area, and I'm like scared to turn around and look behind me because I don't want to see something behind me. You know,
bro.
That's how traumatizing.
You know
that
what's
was.
crazy? Why I got goosebumps? Because you explained the same thing I've seen before at that one house, and
why? What is that,
bro,
dude?
Listen, Leaf has explained the same thing before in Camptonville when he lived at more up in Camptonville is like one of his grandparents' old house or something.
Yeah, his grandma's house. It's the house he lives in now. He lives in that house.
He said he's seen a like tall guy with the top hat and stuff, bro. Like when he was younger.
Yeah, he was wearing like and he was wearing like a black suit with a white shirt and a black tie. Like I remember seeing that like super clear, like something you'd see in the movies at a funeral. You know, like that's what the dress where he was wearing, but it's kind of more baggy. Yeah. Like it looked more baggy.
Leaf explained the same.
You know, it wasn't like tight.
Bro, what the heck? What if that's like a ghost there that like haunts everyone when they're like teenagers and under and stuff, bro?
I don't know, dude. That's scary.
Fucking scared right now, bro. I have my lights turned off.
Turn your lights on or something.
It's so far away. It's on the other side. See that? I'm on the other side of the room.
But that, dude, that's. I think that I don't know why I didn't think about that story when I told the story about my uncle and the gorilla. I think I'm way more scared of the fucking tall man behind the door than I am of the gorilla thing. You know?
Yeah, dude.
Legit, if a freaking ghost wants to kill me right now, they can do it. There's a closet right next to me on my left side. They can grab me from underneath my bed right now, like my legs. They can come from the right side.
He's gonna say, Bryan, you wanna play?
What if it's a tall man with the orange face and a bowler hat?
Bryan's gonna jump out his sliding door window.
What if we just like cursed everyone that listens to this podcast because we told about that dude, and now it's like a fear they're gonna get too, and then now they see it.
Oh no, bro.
Bro, I'm legit gonna dream about this.
Like, what if that's the thing, you know? But when I saw it, I never heard about nothing like that before, you know? So I'm like, maybe, I mean, that's totally hypothetical, but what if that was real? Like, what if that's really what happened, you know?
Wow.
Dude, we have to go check out that place.
I don't want to go.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's been seen in multiple locations.
Well, the house that I'm talking about, actually.
Oh no.
The house that I'm talking about, actually, I live right next to it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
You know? Like, right next to it. I'm like 20 feet away from that house. Like, my house is like 20 feet away from that one.
Jeez.
So, it's like, and yeah, I live by it every day. It just, like, I've never been scared to go in that house since then, but, like, I've always been scared to sleep where I could, like, that door is facing me now. Like, I don't even like to look or walk into that room in that house.
Wait, is it the room that's in the very back that has, like, a porch on the back of it? Like, facing the store?
No. It's the one that's, like, right before that one.
Oh, the one
that's, like...
behind the fireplace?
Yeah, No, the one after that one. So there's the one that they connect or whatever by that weird hallway thing. Yeah, that one that's like closest to the room that has the porch.
Dude. That's crazy.
That's the room I saw that thing in, dude. And it's so scary. Like, I don't know why. Like, nothing really scary happened besides, like, a really tall figure. But it just, like, the vibes it gave off, dude, were just so intense and so like, yeah, like it wanted to fucking suck my soul out of my body. I don't know why didn't I think of that earlier, man? Like, that was the worst thing. That was like the scariest shit ever, dude.
Oh, that sounds terrifying.
I'm just like, dude, I don't know. It just, fuck, dude. Talking about it like brings it all back now. Now I'm like, so I'm sitting right next to this, like across from this door right now too, and it's got a big glass window in it, and it's all dark in the room that's behind the door that I'm looking at right now. And now I'm scared this face is just gonna fucking pop up on the other side of this window.
You're talking about me, bitch.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? What if that happens, dude? Like, what if this tall figure again just pops up out of nowhere just because I'm talking about it and just starts fucking peeking at me again, dude?
How old were you
I'd
when
shit
this
my
happened?
pants. I think I was like 13 or 14,
oh my
dude.
gosh, bro. Dude, what if every young kid up there in that huge area sees like this thing at a certain age?
What, were you that age when
No,
you saw
bro.
it too?
I was like, I think I was 5.
Damn.
But Leaf said he was at least like 7 or 6 or something, or 8.
No, I was like really old, dude. Like, I was like, you know, it's a point where you just don't know if ghosts are real or not. Like, you're cognitively thinking about that kind of shit like every day. You know, like not every day, but it's just like you're more aware of life and everything, you know? So it's like, you're not a child, so you're not like over exaggerating shit, if that makes sense, you know? Or like over imagining things. So like, that's why it was so scary, because I was really seeing that, you know? Like, I knew I was really seeing that.
That was crazy.
Dude, that's scary, bro.
Yeah, it was really scary.
I'm scared.
I
I'm
wonder
scared.
if all the viewers and stuff of this, I wonder if they get scared too. That's pretty funny.
Bro, you know it's really scary when you're out in the woods and you hear a girl screaming and you don't know if it's a bobcat or an actual girl screaming. That's scary.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Back to the scary ghost shit, dude. I'm sitting here on my couch or on the chair, right, in the kitchen table, and something just fucking falls over next to me, and it was like completely stable sitting there, and it just gets knocked over somehow.
Bro.
Like, that's fucking freaky, dude. And there's another window right here, and it's pitch black outside. And this one goes outside. And now I'm scared, too. And I'm fuck, dude. I'm getting out of this spot. I'm moving back.
Suddenly you hear Sequoia scream and his phone drop. I swear, the apartment in California I was living at before I moved here, I swear that place was haunted, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude. Because remember that one night I stayed the night at your place, and I walked out, and it was super late at night, right? And I was like, dude, I came back in after using the bathroom and was like, fuck your hallway.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
That shit's scary.
Bryan, my hallway.
Because it really is. It really is a creepy ass hallway, dude. The hallway is like intimidating as
Yeah,
shit.
it's long and pitch black at the end, and like dark and like everyone that would stay at night or hang out, they'd always be like, bro, I feel like eyes are watching me in your hallway. And
Damn.
I always felt like it too. Oh, bro, I got another story. So, not the same house I was talking about earlier, but you know my house where my grandma used to live in Pike and I lived there? You stayed the night there when we went to Diamond.
Oh, yeah. The one. I remember that.
So one time, my grandma, her friend was staying over because she was like sick and not doing good, so she had her come over. And they were sleeping in her room in the bed. And I remember it was about like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., something like that. I walk out of my room to go to the bathroom, and if you like go to the bathroom, you could see over and see my grandma's room. Her door was always wide open, and you could see at the end of the bed.
Yeah, I remember.
So
yeah, I remember
the
that.
window at the end of the bed was open, and the moonlight was shining in, bro. And I can't make this up. There was a guy sitting at the end of my grandma's bed on the side that her friend was sleeping on, at the feet, and he had a cowboy hat on and a beard, and he was just sitting there staring out the window. Dude, I thought I was tripping for a minute. I stopped, I stared, and I hurried up, went in the bathroom, peed, and opened the door, ran back out, went to my room, and was like talking to my mom. I woke her up. I was like, Mom, there's a guy in Grandma's room. And she's like, what? And I made her get up with me and go look. And we looked, and there was no one there. In the morning, I was talking to my grandma, and her friend was sitting there, and she was like, yeah, that was my dad. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, you just explained what my dad looks like. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, he'd always wear a cowboy hat. He had a long beard.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
Man, not all ghost experiences are scary.
Yeah, I mean, it was still scary
like,
because it wasn't my family member, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's creepy for anybody else, but for her, she's probably really comforted in knowing that, like, oh, my dad was there, or his spirit at least.
Yeah, and she was like...
Yeah.
Alright, it's getting late, so that's the end of the podcast, and Want to thank our friend Sequoia for being our guest today.
Yep.
Tonight.
Thank you guys for having me.
Sure, for sure, bro. And
I guess.
happy Halloween. And our sponsor today is our friend Sequoia.
Yeah. Sponsored by Fat Man Juice.
Sequoia,
Drink Kool-Aid.
Sequoia, please donate us some Fat Man juice, please, so we can gain.
Yeah, so we can gain
We need
muscles. Yeah, we need them weight gains, motherfucker. No, I forgot that.